Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time zone you're in, thank you for tuning in to my opinion. On Politapod, today we have more migration news, deportation news, I should say. A couple gets deported after 35 years in the U.S. Why? Let's see why.
Been following about an Orange County couple detained after living here in the U.S. for 35 years. The family says their parents are now expected to be deported to Colombia by the end of this month. NBC4's Hetty Chang is live right now in Newport Beach with what we've learned about this particular case. Hetty.
Colleen, I spoke with Stephanie Gonzalez today. She tells me that her parents, Gladys and Nelson, are at a detention center now in Louisiana. Now, an ICE spokesperson today confirmed what the family told us last week, that neither has a criminal history, but that spokesperson says they are violating immigration law and both have final orders of removal.
Me rompe el corazón. Porque
Stephanie Gonzalez shares her family's heartbreak. She says her parents, Gladys and Nelson, have lived in Southern California for 35 years. She says they're good people who paid their taxes, raised a wonderful family in Laguna Niguel, and recently became first-time grandparents. But Gonzalez's parents came to the U.S. from Colombia illegally. And the family says during a routine check-in with Immigration and Customs Enforcement, their parents were both detained February 21st, and they're now scheduled to be deported to Colombia by the end of the month.
el presidente de los Estados Unidos prometió que él iba a...
Gonzalez says President Donald Trump promised to take out criminals who have committed horrible crimes, and that's not the truth. She says her parents have...
Well, how do you know that's Donald Trump's doing? I mean, I'm not defending the guy. I'm not defending him. I'm just saying, like, does he know that these people... I mean, we don't know the circumstances. If they came here legally, they could fight their case and say, hey, look, can we please get put on the CBP app or whatever, try to change their status. Now, they've been in the country for 35 years with no criminal history, productive member society. There has to be some type of road for these people to get legal citizenship, right? Okay, deporting the Donald Trump says he wants to deport all the criminals and that. And everybody says that, no, he's deporting the criminals first, I guess, and then going after everybody who doesn't have legal status. Now, if they know they didn't have legal status, their chances of being deported were great, right? So, I mean, I'm pretty sure that, they could try to figure something out instead of just going with the deportation. 35 years, they have nothing in Colombia, nothing.
Have no criminal history, and an ICE spokesperson did confirm that today. In a statement saying, in part, as part of its routines operations, ICE arrests aliens who commit crimes. The statement goes on to emphasize, and other individuals who have violated our nation's immigration laws. While immigration enforcements have focused on those with criminal backgrounds initially, we are now starting to see what ICE calls additional priorities being carried out. ICE confirms an immigration judge found no legal basis to allow the Gonzalezes to stay in the U.S. and granted Gladys and Nelson voluntary departures in 2000. The Gonzalez family says their parents tried everything they could to appeal their cases and find a pathway to citizenship, but they say they were given bad legal advice through that decades-long process. Now, 25 years later, the couple was taken into ICE custody on February 21st to process a final order of removal. Gustavo Mora is an immigration attorney who does not represent the Gonzalez family, but says has many clients in the same situation.
Under the Trump administration, I have seen them be more aggressive. Yes, but realistically, this would be a justified removal order under any administration, because again, the courts found that they had no relief.
The Gonzalez family says they've exhausted all of their options and that the best thing they can do right now is help their parents prepare for a new life in Colombia once they're deported.
Wow. I'm sure if you go to Colombia, what I would do, I'd go to Colombia, get stable there, and then try to fight my case back in there. But you know how long it takes to get in there? It might not even be worth it. But then again, they've been in the United States for 35 years. They could get leniency once the case is actually seen. Now they're just catching the cases and then going, boom, deport, boom, deport, deport. If they sat on one case, it would take forever. I just did something here. If they're deporting people quick, just real quick, like boom, okay, see the case, boom, 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 boom. But they don't really look at the case until I'm just going to have to do some real research on that. I don't know if I'm onto something with it or if I'm just, rattling around in my brain. But anyway, that's just sad. It's just sad.
The family has started a GoFundMe account to help their parents start a new life in Colombia. That account has raised more than $55,000. We're live in Newport Beach. Hetty Chang, NBC4 News.
I don't know if I can find the GoFundMe account, but I'll look for it. And if I do find it, it'll be posted in the comments or it will be posted in the description box. Okay? That's all I have for this one. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time. Later.